Hi everyone, I just wanted to give you some video feedback on discussion board 5. This is always one of my favorite discussion boards because it deals with word study. I'm passionate about word study and believe strongly in word work for all students, but especially for our English language learners. Now, before I begin, I want you all to take a few seconds and I want you to think, how many different ways do we use the word run in the English language? Ready? Think. Do 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 do. All right, stop. I bet you thought move fast. Did you think about a run in a stocking? Did you think about running for office? Did you think about running a red light? Did you think about, having the runs? There are over 90 different ways we use the word run in the English language. Here is an example of why we need to be sure we are careful about the use of language with our English learners. Another thing that came up in the discussion board post was the idea that English is a regular language. We don't really think that of it as such, but let me just give you an example. Let's think about these words. Love, give, have. What do all of those words have in common? Well, they all have the vowel, consonant, silent E pattern to them. But we may tell our children these words don't follow that rule. Well, they do follow another rule. Did you notice that the consonant before the silent E is a V? Long ago in the Middle Ages, hear that woodpecker in the woods? Long ago in the Middle Ages, the monks added an E to every word that ended with a V so that people didn't get confused and think it was a W. And so a lot of our words that have consonant V, silent E, really are following a rule. Now, I also wanted to mention that I don't want to inundate you with word study. I believe very strongly in Kathy Gansky's word study assessments, and I'm hoping that we're going to integrate those into your 609 class. But I do want to put up the phonics continuum, and that will be up for anybody who wants to take a look at it. It's not required, just something that I believe firmly in and wanted to share with you. Let's see, a few other little things. We talked about Timothy Rosinski is a firm believer in using Latin and Greek roots. In fact, I kind of cornered him at the International Literacy Conference last year and just peppered him with so many questions that he ended up giving me one of his books autographed. But even if I think I were teaching first grade, I mentioned this on the discussion board, I would have a Latin or Greek root of the week, and I would add that to my morning routine. I might have blank trees all around the classroom. I might add a Greek or Latin root like speck, and then we would be on the lookout for words throughout the week containing that root, like spectator, spectacles, lots of others, and we would add those to the trees. For older kids, we might use adding machine tape and have kids add those words to adding machine tape. I think that would be a really great way to integrate Greek and Latin roots, like autograph. I also noticed that some of you mentioned the importance of free voluntary reading. So many researchers are noting that students of all ELLs, students who are native English speakers, learn more vocabulary each year from free voluntary reading than from any other source. So it's very important that we integrate this into our classes. As many of you noted from the word study and Laurie Hellman's work, the absence of a sound in one's native language can be problematic as students are learning English sounds. We're so lucky that we live in the age of the internet. If we find out a child speaks a specific language, we can easily Google to find out what sounds may not be as familiar to those children. So that's my video feedback for Dropbox Discussion Board 5. And I look forward to reading your responses and to reading your assessment papers. Thanks so much.